My name is Love Mondo. I'm a former 3 times world boxing champion in 2 weight classes. Currently, I'm a solicitor. I'm a former graduate of the University of Wollongong. Look, I was born in, during the apartheid era in South Africa. We were treated as savages, in our own country. We couldn't even vote. We were banned from certain areas, surrounded by all these bad conditions. So I was very angry about the whole, apartheid system. I didn't start school till I was 9 years of age. Like every other kid, teenager, I felt I needed to be a part of the gang. But eventually, I was smart enough to realize, that this is not right. If I don't change my ways, I'll die young or end up in jail. So, instead I focused on sports. I always thought, boxing was going, sports was going to be my ticket out of poverty. I wanted to be a world champion, and I recall, when I was growing up in South Africa, I used to tell people, even some of my family members, I used to tell them, someday, you're gonna be sitting at home and watching me on TV, and I'll be fighting from Las Vegas. They used to laugh at me. And I proved them wrong. They did end up watching me on TV. It was also not just fighting for me, it was fighting for my family. I needed a better future for my children. I always thought about life after boxing as well, and it was through my boxing earnings that I was able to educate myself as well. When I do things, I don't just want to do them halfway. Like when I wanted to, when I became a boxer, I didn't just want to be the local champion or the local amateur champion. I wanted to become a world champion. And when I became a world champion, I didn't just want to win one world title, I won 3 world titles. So when I became a lawyer, I didn't just want to be a lawyer, I wanted to have my own law firm. And part of the reason is, because I do a lot of pro bono work, in particular with indigenous people. For me, it's giving back to the, to the community. I had a great time, and I studied at UOW, the University of Wollongong. And I would say that was one of the best experiences, or one of the best courses I've ever taken. In particular, having had Justice Barden, as my lecturer. Here you are, you got someone who's a justice of the Supreme Court teaching you about the law. That's the best thing. You work hard, and pursue your dreams will eventually come true. And I'm an example of that. But look where I am today. I'm one of the most educated sportsmen that ever lived. All those boxing achievements, and I always tell people, they don't beat graduating, with my university degrees. With your education, no one is ever going to take that away from you. Your degrees remain your degrees forever. No one is going to take that knowledge away from you. Your purpose is not just to serve yourself, but to serve others as well.